Dr. Lantonette Stines is a trailblazer in Caribbean arts, dancer, choreographer, educator, and founder of LACADCO, a United Caribbean dance force. She created the groundbreaking Lantec technique and has trained generations of performers while carrying Jamaica's culture worldwide.
I think Dr. Stines is brand Jamaica.
People are instantly enthralled by her energy, her jovialness.
She's always dreaming up something new and she's getting it done.
I think everything on my path was planned by God, and sometimes I don't want to do it, but it was the right thing to have done.
From dance training in Jamaica to performing on Broadway, the work of Dr. Lantonette Stines has touched so many lives and continues to shape how we view Jamaican culture and the performing arts. At the 2025 National Honors and Awards ceremony, she received the Order of Distinction in the rank of officer for her contributions to dance. Let's reflect on her journey. Dr. Stines, thank you so much for being here with us today.
It is such a pleasure.
So, what first sparked your passion for the arts and culture, and how did those early experiences shape the path you've taken?
You know, I've gotten that question more than once, and unfortunately I don't have the kind of answer some people want to have. I think I was given a gift from God. I was sparked by God. I came here with a purpose. You know, it's like the divine said, "Now, little girl, I'm going to give you a gift, and here is the gift."
So what would you say influenced it? It has always been there, so this, you could say it's your innate gift, right? So was there ever a time when you swayed from it, or it crossed your mind to not do it, or has it always been there?
You know, it's funny. There was a time when you said to yourself, okay, everybody has to be academic, and everybody has to do it, you know, and as a teenager, you know, you still are fully make, you know, you're still being shaped. And I had a father who was against it. And so to go to university, if I chose to do dance as a profession, so it would never work, you know. I left Jamaica to do that, but it couldn't work. So in the end, I went into school and I studied other things, psychology, which I think in the end also helped me. I think everything on my path was planned by God. And sometimes I don't want to do it, but it was the right thing to have done. So I kind of swayed away for a while, but I was not happy. And you know, my soul wasn't happy. And then I moved from New York, because I went to New York to study, you know, from Jamaica to New York, and I ended up performing in New York, but I had to hide and do it, you know. So I got married, and my husband and I went to Miami, and after a few months in Miami, I was now a wife, a good wife, and I was doing other things, and then one day, I said, no more. And I started teaching again. And that's where I think my path towards who I am today got shaped even more.
Many Jamaicans are unaware of the Lantec dance technique. This, Lantonette believes to be her most defining work.
I have developed the only Anglo-Caribbean technique for training bodies in dance, which is called Lantec.
Lantec is a Caribbean modern dance technique. It uses information, ancestral memories, as well as techniques that are already established within the dance world to create something new, to create a new way of training the body, to create a way that we're familiar with culturally, and now we're putting it into movement-wise. So for example, if we do a demi-plie is something that is very common in ballet technique, but Ms. Stines has taken something as the bubble in dancehall, and we've added it onto our demi-plie and into our grand plies, right? So the body's doing everything at one time, because that's who we are. We are an amalgamation, a combination of all of these things from our history, right? So we have the Africans, we have the Europeans, we have our own, as well as Caribbean people. So that's really, in a nutshell, what Lantec is.
Jamaican culture is passion. We're the island that only accepted Ashanti warriors. No other island, and they are the who? powerful warriors, you know, warriors. That's why we're so feisty. We not just sit down and take things. And so that ends up in our culture, that energy, which sets us apart. Everybody comes to us as a source.
So earlier you'd have mentioned that you were awarded in Barbados, am I correct?
Yes, I am so humbled and honored. I blush because I couldn't believe it. I was honored as one of the icons of dance in Caribbean. It was called an Icon Award. And so when you talk about when I began to where I am, how could I ever imagine that someone would honor me as an icon of dance for the Caribbean?
So this year you're receiving an order of distinction in the rank of officer in your own country. What does this recognition mean for you?
Oh, you don't know. I don't believe I'm getting it for me alone. I believe I'm getting it for dance. I believe I'm getting it for all the hard work that dancers do. So be honored for dance. It's not only for me, but for all the dance ancestors who didn't get honored, you know, with the order of distinction. I am grateful. I am humbled. I thank the government of Jamaica.
I'm proud of her. I'm proud of her achievements. I think it's a long time coming, but we're here now, and I think it's great for her.
And it's great because of her contribution is tangible. You know, she has created a technique. She's written books about the synergies in the Caribbean dance world. So I think it's an awesome thing that the government, the people of Jamaica have decided to celebrate her by giving her this honor.
I think it's very special because the work that she's done over the years, her extensive research in dance, in Jamaican dance and our culture, she has been putting in the work, and it's very, very, very special to see her get this recognition, and it's very deserved, I think.
You know, I was the first to put dancehall on stage in Jamaica. I was the person that choreographed Carlin Dancehall Queen and train her to do things. I was the first to do a lot of things. I was the first to fight for dancers to be paid, to get a salary. I used to be in dancehall. I used to dance with Google, okay? I used to be in dancehall. I believe everybody has to find their own niche. Storytelling can be many things. In my life as a dancer, I would sometimes just take a trip somewhere and put myself in dance class. And in that dance class, if you learn one thing, it is better than to not have learned it. Be sure that you know what you're doing. Be sure you're also good at what you're doing. And you can't be mediocre and expect to achieve the greatness. And anybody can, and it's not where you start, it's where you finish. What me say?
I think Ms. Stines values of being true to herself, no matter what space, no matter what scenario she's in. She's always going to be true to herself and true to her culture and her history. And I think that makes her really a force to be reckoned with. You can't shake her. So I'm hoping to publicize her legacy as well as to take LACADCO and LANTEC worldwide even more than we have already been doing, because that's one thing for sure that Ms. Stines has really paved the way for it. LACADCO has been touring globally for many, many years, and I think that's one thing that I would like to be able to build on for it to be a lot more consistent and a lot more impactful and lucrative for the company.
The fact that she teaches dancers to teach other dancers this new technique, which in a way carries our Caribbean stories in the body, to to wider audiences because you know, everybody know ballet and modern and so, but this Caribbean technique, Lantec, she has brought that into the space, and now a lot of people are learning about Lantec, and I think that's an amazing contribution that she has made.
Miss Stines very, very cutting edge. She's very different. She dares to be different. She prides herself on that. She doesn't like the norm, and I feel like that is always something that sets her apart from everybody else. And fairly, just by her having a hand in almost everything creatively that you can think about in this country, not only in dance, but like her work with different artists, her work with putting on major productions like Grand Gala and Cricket World Cup and stuff like that. So she has really done the work from the ground up, and she has really solidified herself as a cultural icon, I think.
Hi, I've been dancing with Dr. Lantonette Stines for more than half my life. I've seen the work that she has put in, and I just want to say this is long overdue. Congratulations, Dr. Lantonette Stines, OD.
From learning about Dr. Stines at C2nd Cave to actually dancing for her and learning from her, I recognize her contributions to Jamaica's culture as invaluable. Congratulations, Dr. Stines. One Auntie, one OD.
On behalf of LACADCO, a United Caribbean Dance Force, I would like to say congratulations, Dr. Lantonette Stines, OD, our Auntie Lanty. You deserve it, and we love you very much.